In another video I made, I mentioned the conversation that I had with one of my friends. We was talking about money versus communication in a relationship and which one is more important, right? And, I was saying hands down communication. He was saying he feel that money is more important, right? I mentioned in that video that I made a point to him, and he came over to my side and agreed, like, you know what, I think I have to agree that communication is more important than money. Now we agreed that, okay, when we was having the conversation, right? Yeah, we were saying that let's say that we created a situation to where, let's say you have a man and a woman inside of a relationship, right? Let's say they have the bare minimum what they need for as far as money go. What would the bare minimum get? What we need as necessities, right? We need food, we need water, we need clothing, we need shelter, we need our lights on, right? So we started off right there. We said, let's say they have enough money to always have those bare minimums taken care of. When he was making his points about the money, sometimes he was saying, if you didn't bring in such and such, your woman will leave you. If this don't happen, if that don't happen, a relationship is going to crumble. A lot of relationships crumble because of money. And you know what? I heard that, I hear that that's the main reason for people breaking up, money. And some people would say, well, I know it's because somebody was cheating. But a lot of people say the reason why that person started cheating was because there was a financial situation going on, and it started causing friction inside whatever relationship, and that person started dipping with somebody else, that person started messing with, and even, so when you get down to it, a lot of people saying ultimately the main reason why relationships crumble is for finances. I'm not going to agree or disagree with that, especially with this world that we're living in. That could easily be the case. And I didn't disagree with what he was saying as far as, like, if you don't have this or you don't have that, which money is going to be, if you don't bring in this certain amount of money, that a certain amount of money, if you don't have certain things that money is able to get, that it will make a relationship crumble. And that's why we agreed to have things at the bare minimum, because it would be equivalent to me trying to make the argument, like, if no one literally communicates with each other, then you can't have a relationship. I mean, literally, you have to talk, right? So we say, let's say you have the bare minimum of money, right? You have what you need. And the question that I posed was, if you have the bare minimum, those things that I listed that you need, all right, what else could money get that is a real necessity in life after you have those things? And he kind of said, nothing really. If you have those necessities, then you already have everything you need. So I'm like, that's why, that kind of was my ultimate point, right? A lot of things that people get with money or want with money, stipulations they put on money, is extraness. It's not necessities, right? But communication, when you talk about, there's really no bare minimum communication, right? You got to communicate, because first of all, you got some things that's just a matter of opinion. See, we can draw a line with money as far as necessities go. Now, people can want a certain kind of house, a certain kind of car, like I said in the other video, right? But see, those are not necessities. We can draw a clear line right there, right? But with communication, ain't no clear line. You just need to be open and straightforward and honest and open-minded and reasonable and compromising as possible. Some things are a matter of opinion. Some things are not just black and white. Some things are left up to interpretation. Two people coming together who was raised in two different households, certain things might have been done a certain way in one household, certain things may have been done a way in another household. And another big thing when it comes to communication in a relationship or in general is this right here. When you don't communicate and you let that person just think whatever they want to think about what you done or what you said, you get to let them create the story of what you done or what you said in their own mind. They get to shape whatever view, they get to turn it into whatever they want, whether it's right or wrong. And it may be genuine. They may be considering themselves being fair when they come and drawing their conclusion. But that's why you need to communicate with somebody to get the actual understanding. Because if you don't, now you gotta hope whatever conclusion they're gonna draw is right. You gotta hope is right. And you still don't know they drew that conclusion. See, that's why you just got to communicate. That's why communication trumps money in a relationship. Assuming you have the bare minimum, of course, right? You're gonna need a house, you're gonna need of course, that's understood. Right? And that's kind of the point that I was getting at, because a lot of the stuff that he was naming that would cause issues, like I said, was the extraness, right? And that's why I understood his point of view, because he was counting the extra stuff there. But I'm saying you don't need those things. That's why I was saying communication is more of a necessity in a relationship than money, once you have those bare minimums. Even if you have those bare minimums that money can buy, if you don't have the bare minimum, ain't really no bare minimum in communication. But if you're in communication, that relationship still gonna crumble. Straight up. It's a relationship. Y'all got to relate. Y'all got to communicate. And then after communicating, compromise. And of course, all of this come back to ultimately what compromises you should be making, how much you should be bending, how much you should be doing that. It needs to line up with God's word. If you got a situation in a relationship, right, and God's word speak about this thing, say do it or don't do it, hey, that's the side we need to be compromised to. That's the side we need to be flexible towards. And, it's God. He created us. He knew how this go. He created man and woman. He created them with a desire for each other, get together inside of a marriage and everything like that. See the invisible stuff.